ourselves nice and loose. We're going to take a nice big breath up. Over to that exhale, elongate to stretch out that back and spine. Big breath in. Feel that torso nice and long. We're just going to go back and forth here, just getting that back nice and loose. Good. We're going to stick our right leg out. We're going to reach down with one foot, reach around to one foot. Bring our hand over and then reach and twist with the other. Just again, working those shoulders, getting those shoulders nice and warm, and then manipulating into that spine, and also getting into those obliques and abdominal muscles. Good. Let's switch over to the other side. So we're going to reach and then reach to the floor. Good. Get nice and long. Feel those sore, tight muscles elongate and start to get warm. Good. Let's move to the end of our mat for my favorite core workout or warm-up. We're going to sit our toes together. Knees are apart, bring our chest to the floor, hands at our chest level, and then push ourselves up, push our bum back to the feet, and then rock ourselves back and forth. Opening up those hips, getting that chest and back nice and warm. Good. Let's do 3 more right here. In 3, bringing your body all the way down. 2, and 1. Good. Let's take a big breath in. Take those hands behind our back. Stick out that chest. And then pull that belly button right in. Round out through that spine. Exhale here. Big breath in. Exhale. Big breath in. And exhale. Good. We're going to get right into this workout. We're doing a pyramid today. Now you can, if you want, if you have it nearby, grab a dumbbell because you can incorporate weight into this. If you don't have a weight, that's okay because you don't have to use a weight. So I'm going to show you both options. That's first one. We're going to be on our back. We're going to have our hips nice and high. We're going to do a bridge march, single crunch. So you're going to have the weight over your head. Then you're going to keep those hips up high. Take your right knee into your left elbow and back. So that weight in your hand, if you're opting to use it, is just adding that little bit of upper body resistance coming up and down. We're not putting our bum down as we crunch in. So if you're not using weights, it's just bringing that elbow to that knee, hovering that bum above the mat. That's our first move. Let's hit that for 30 seconds. Here we go in 3, 2, keep the bum nice and high, squeezing through the glutes. You can opt to lift your shoulders up or keep them on the floor. You want to keep that chin off your chest. So lifting those shoulders off the floor is a little bit more an intensified movement, keeping them down and just drawing that knee up is more of a less intense movement. In 3, 2, and rest it here. Good. Second exercise in our pyramid, we're going to come onto our right side. So our right elbow is going to come under our right shoulder. Hip and knee are nice and aligned. We're coming up onto our knee. If you're incorporating your weight, you're just going to keep it up at the side here. You're going to side hip dip and then drive the inside knee up. Side hip dip, drive the inside knee up. If you're not incorporating that weight, you can use that extra hand to hip dip and drive up. Or if you don't want to do the drive in, we're just doing hip dips. Okay, or you could just sit that side plank. Plenty of options. Here we go. 3, 2, go for it. Drive the hip down, drive the knee up. So I'm sneakily putting you in that nice side plank, driving that knee up. That shoulder should be nice and aligned so you're not putting too much pressure into that upper body. We're squeezing into that bum, pulling into that belly button. In 3, 2, and rest it here. Good job. Let's go back onto our back, and we're gonna do our bridge march again with that added little crunch. Here we go, 30 seconds in 3, 2, go for it. Remember, you can opt to lift those shoulders up or keep them on the floor. And you also do not have to use a weight. I'm just adding that extra option in today. Make sure you're driving those hips back up nice and high after you tuck those knees in. Good, keep that bum nice and tight, belly button tucks right to that spine. Chin is off our chest. In 3, 2, and rest it here. We're coming over to the other side, into that side plank position for that hip dip and that knee drive. Optional weight. Here we go. In 3, 2, dip that hip, drive the knee. Good. Squeeze into that glute. Remember, you can just dip, you can omit the knee drive, or you can just hold it. Just hold it. Good. Keep that knee nice and controlled. Bum's nice and tight. Belly button's nice and tucked. In 3, 2, and rest it here. Good job. We got to go back to the other side now. Side hip dip with that knee drive. Here we go. We're building on that pyramid. In 3, 2, go for it. Everything's 30 seconds. Good. Squeeze into those glutes. Pull into that belly button. We got 10 seconds right here. In 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good job. Back to those bridge marches. All right. Been doing this since last March. First time someone's called me during a class. Here we go. Bridge marches in 3, 2, go for it. Drive that knee. Keep it into that 90-degree angle. Tuck that knee right into that chest. Keeping the bum off the floor. Squeeze into that belly button. Feel that torso get nice and long as your feet are down. Nice and short as you come in. Good. Here we go in 5, 3, 2, and take that break. Shake out those arms if they're getting tired. We are going to stay on our backs for here. This is number 4 in our pyramid. Now, you can opt to place your hands at the side of your bum for a little extra support. Show you the option here. You're going to do a double leg drop. Come up to a single leg drop. So we're gonna switch up the muscles that we're using, add a little bit more intensity. Now, if you want to use that weight, you can draw those hands back at the same time as your legs come down each time. Now remember, you can modify this by taking those legs into a 90-degree. Remember, you don't have to use your arms. You can just take your legs into 90. You don't have to do double. Keep doing single. And you don't have to hit the floor. Maybe it's tiny little movements. Here we go. In 3, 2, go for it. Squeeze that lower back. Should be flat to the mat. As soon as that mat or that back starts to pop up, that's when you know you're bringing your legs down a little bit too far. So that whole back should be flat to the mat. Belly button pushed right into that spine. And we're squeezing those glutes on the way down. See if you can exhale as well as you lower those legs. In 3, 2, and rest it here. Good job. Coming to our side plank. If you started on your right and move to your left, you're going to start left here. Side plank, hip dip with that knee drive. Here we go. In 3, 2, go for it. Squeeze it. Drive that knee so you feel that oblique. Just kick right in. Belly button's right to our spine, and our shoulder and our knee is nice and aligned so that we don't overload that upper body. Squeeze those glutes. Here we go. In 3, 2, and rest it here. Switch that over to the other side. We're almost done building that pyramid. Here we go. In 3, 2, go for it here. Dip the hip, drive the knee. Squeeze that bum. Remember the mod. You can have your arm down. You can just be dipping, or maybe you're just planking. Good, 10 seconds. Really feeling that oblique kick in as you drive that knee up. In 3, 2, and rest it here. On our backs for those bridge march crunches. Single side, here we go. In 3, 2, go for it here. Drive those hips up nice and high. Squeeze into those glutes. Elongate that core as much as you can. And then feel those ribs sink down. Remember, you can take those shoulders off the floor. Add a little bit more crunch into this, but we're keeping our chin off our chest. Otherwise, keep those shoulders down and just bring the elbow down a little bit further. In 3, 2, and rest it here. Good. Okay. This one you don't have to incorporate weights, or we won't be incorporating weights, I should say. We are going to come onto our tummies, and we're going to do a Superman into a spider move. So we're in our tummies. We're going to lift our hands and our legs, come up into that Superman, squeeze into our bum and back, come down, bring ourselves up into a plank, drive the knees up for a left to right spider, and then come back down. You can come up into a knee plank and draw those knees up that way as well. Here we go. Superman to spider. In 3, 2, go for it. Squeeze. Lift that chest up. Come to that plank, knees or toes. Draw those knees into the elbow. Good. Same knee to same elbow. Squeeze into that back. In 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good job. On our back, double leg drops and single leg drops. With or without those weights, with or without the arms. If you're not using arms, you're tucking them at your bum to help with that support. Here we go. In 3, 2, go for it. Squeeze those glutes down. That lower back, once again, is just glued to that mat. You can bend those legs, and you don't have to come all the way to the floor. It could be just tiny little movements as long as that back stays flat to the mat. Squeeze the bum on the way down. Good. In 3, 2, rest it here. I was looking at my feet. Do you guys point your feet when you do this? I don't. It's very unladylike. Okay, last one in this circuit. And then we're going to start building this pyramid, taking this pyramid down. Did I miss something? I did. We haven't gone all the way down. Sorry. Side plank. Side plank with our hip dip knee drive. Here we go. In 3, 2, side plank right here. Dip it, drive it. Jeez, I could just see all the emails coming in, all the Facebook comments. Steph, you missed a whole circuit. I know you guys would just be irate, wouldn't you? No sarcasm in my voice whatsoever. Get in 5, 3, 2, and drive it. Good. All right, turn it over to the other side. This is our last full pyramid, and we're gonna start taking it apart. Here we go. Raise that weight if you're using it. In 3, 2, go for it. Drive it down, drive it up. Good, squeeze into those glutes, pull into that belly button, and make sure your upper body is nice and supported. You don't want that shoulder to be taking the brunt of your weight. You really want to squeeze into the bum and squeeze into that core. In 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. All right, bridge march. Here we go. Last time for those bridge marches. In 3, 2, go for it. Squeeze that bum nice and tight. Draw that knee to the chest. Really shorten that torso. Drive the hips up. Really feel everything get nice and long, then nice and short. Here we go. We're almost there. In 3, 2, and rest it here. All right. Last exercise before we tear this pyramid apart. Grabbing your weight if you're opting to use it. We're going to do a little crunch by pressing the weight up to the ceiling and coming right back down. And then you're going to do a full sit up. Right through to your knees and then roll it back down. Crunch, sit up. Now the modification to this is just to do arms up, sit up, arms out. Lean back, arms up, sit up, out. And you do that with or without a weight. Here we go. In 3, 2, go for it. Squeeze into those glutes. Lift that shoulder off the floor. Then squeeze into the core. Remember, we want that chin off our chest. Someone can fit an apple between that chin and your chest. And then when you're rolling back down, that lower back hits the mat first, so you're scooping out that core. Here we go. In 5, 3, 2, and rest it here. Good job. We're turning around. Supermans to spiders. Climbing down that pyramid. This time we're taking off that bridge mark, so we've already deconstructed this pyramid. On our bellies. Here we go. In 3, 2, Superman. Squeeze into those glutes. Lift up that chest. Drive those knees in. Remember, you can come to your knees or you can come to those toes. Good. Squeeze that bum. Squeeze it. Keep that lower back nice and tight. 5 seconds. Right here. 3, 2, and rest it. Good job. On our backs. Double leg drops to single leg drops. With or without those arms. Here we go. In 3, 2, go for it. Squeeze those bums down. Lower back is glued to the mat. No bubbles underneath our back. Modification is to bend those legs and modify how far you come down. It might just be little movements. Try not to hold your breath. You want to exhale those legs come down. Inhale as you come back to center. Doesn't have to be fast. Just nice and controlled. In 3, 2, and rest it here. Good. Side plank, side plank. This is the last time we're going to do these side planks. Happy about that. All right, we're going to do each of them one time each. Onto your sides. In 3, 2, go for it right here. Dip that hip. Drive the knee. Squeeze the bump. Keep that belly button pushed right into the spine. Everything's nice and tight through that core. Saving that upper body, saving that shoulder. Shoulders there for support, not to overload. Here we go. In 3, 2, and rest it here. For the last time, turn it over. We're going side plank, hip dip. In 3, 2, go for it here. Squeeze and drive. Good. Remember, you can just hold this side plank. You can just dip it. Whatever feels good. Good. 10 seconds. Right here. In 5, 3, 2, and rest it here. Good job. We're going back to our little crunch to full sit up. So right back to that last exercise we did. We're building, we're taking stuff off. Here we go. Pushing ourselves up for that crunch, then full sit up. In 3, 2, squeeze into those glutes, pull into that belly button. Now it's gonna help you lift yourself up. Remember the mod, it's just a lean back, pull your hands back up, and then lean forward. So you're leaning back, hands come up, lean forward, hands come out. That's your modification. Squeeze those bums. Keep that chin up and roll through that lower back, scooping out that core. In 5, 3, 2, and rest it here. Good job. All right, Supermans with our spiders. Here we go. In 3, 2, Superman right here. Up into that plank. Drive it up. You want to make sure those hands are underneath those shoulders or just wider than shoulder width apart, but at that shoulder level. Drawing into those knees. Squeeze into those glutes. Good. 5 seconds. Right here. 3, 2. Rest it here. Double leg drops to single leg drops. This is our last time doing that. I always am so quick to take the pyramid down and so long to build it up. All right. Here we go. Double leg drops to single leg drops. In 3, 2, go for it right here. Lower back on the mat. Squeeze into those glutes. Good. No bubbles underneath that back. You can be tucking those hands for support or using them for extra intensity, adding in that weight for extra intensity. And then remember, you can bend those legs, modify how far you go down. It's all about that lower back. Right to the mat in 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. Staying right where we are. We're going to transition to that crunch to full sit up. This is our second last time here. In 3, 2, go for it. Crunch it. And full sit up. Keep that chin off your chest. Use those arms as a little bit of momentum. Good. Keep that belly button nice and tucked. Roll through that lower back. Scoop out that core. Good, almost there in 5, 3, we're turning around. We're doing our Superman to spiders for the last time here. Here we go. In 3, 2, Superman. Squeeze it up into that plank. Drive those knees left to right. Squeeze the bum. Make sure you protect that lower back. Good, you got 15 seconds. Right here. Under 10. Last time in this move. In 3, 2, and rest it here. Okay, last 30 seconds and we get to stretch this out. We're going to crunch to full sit up. Here we go. In 3, 2, go for it. Crunch it. Push it. Good. Squeeze into those glutes. Pull into that belly button. Roll out through that lower back. We're down to 10 seconds. Right here. Here we go. In 3, 2, and rest it right here. Whew. Somehow my arms got very tired through that. All right. Let's stretch out that lower back. As always, we try to make sure we stretch out that lower back because it's strained through our core work. So we're going to drop those knees to one side, pulling that hip over. Hands come out in a T position as our shoulders stay square and flat on the floor. And then look the opposite way of those knees, twisting in through that lower back, in through those obliques. Good. Turn those knees over to the other side. Pull that hip right over. Just twist right through that back. Bringing the knees back to center. Coming into your chest with those knees. Hands on top of your shins. Take a big breath in. Squeeze the knees into that chest, bringing that lower back tailbone off the floor. Exhale, replace. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale here. And exhale. Awesome. Let's turn ourselves onto our tummies for a couple more stretches here. We're going to pull our toes together, knees apart, sit onto our feet in that child's pose position. We're just going to stretch out our arms, feeding our right arm through that chest, bringing that shoulder to the floor, and put our body weight into that shoulder as we bring our ear down, stretching out those shoulders, that upper back. Good, and we'll switch over to the other side. Pulling that shoulder right down, pushing our weight into that shoulder, trying to keep our bum close to our feet. Good. And then finally, we'll just stretch that back out a little bit more, hands in front of us. Pushing our palms into the floor as if our fingers are caught under cement. We're pulling our hands away. Pulling our forehead down to the floor, just stretching out that full back into the chest. And release right here. Coming onto our hands and knees for a final cat-cow position. Pull our belly button into our spine, our chin into our chest. Roll out that spine. Inhale and then exhale to neutral. One more time, big breath in, round up through that spine, and exhale to neutral. Good job. Shake out those arms. Loosen it up.